Okay, folks, Paul Chamberlain, the Air Force guy, coming to you from Beckley's Camping Center. And today we're going to talk to you about the 2018 Tab 400. Now, if you have any more questions on this particular RV or any other campers, please be sure to ask for Paul Chamberlain, the Air Force guy, when you call, when you email, or if you stop by. And I've got an exclusive offer just for you for doing that. So let's get on and talk to you a little bit about this. Now, we're going to look around a little bit. I'm going to let you pan through here while I talk to you about your dry weight on this thing is about 2,500 pounds. Your gross vehicle weight rating is about 30, is actually right at 3,500 pounds, and it has a cargo carrying capacity of 950 pounds. As you can see, you have the full bed in the back. Look at all the windows you have. Of course, you have the window in the back here. Of course, you have the window here by the kitchen area, as well as the windows up front. Now, let's start by talking about what you're going to be, what you will actually be able to utilize in here. So let's start here. So as you come in the door, this is where you'd be going ahead and taking care of your air conditioning. Currently, I have the AC on right now. As you can notice, it's very quiet, the type of AC that they put on here. Then, of course, then you'd have your Aldi system right here that would control your heat and your water heater. Of course, you can check your levels here, turn your water pump on, and of course, porch light, sink light, and the accent light. And just so you can see the accent light, that's an accent light. That's what we're talking about. So you're going to notice that you have nice storage. I mean, they utilize every nook and cranny in here. As you can see, the storage up above the your sink area. Nice thing is that they have nice latches, and they get up high out of the way. You don't have to use your head to hold them up, and they store quite nicely. You'll see, of course, you do have storage back here as well. Notice how this has the screen down for the window, and if you didn't want the screen, you can either have it where it's blacked out, or you don't have to have the screen at all. You can take a look at your counter space here. Of course, this is going to be your sink. It does fold up, as you can see. So that is your sink area, nice and deep there. Notice behind the sink, a GFI protected outlet, as well as a 12-volt outlet there for you as well. On the other end of your counter here, you're going to have your 2-burner cooktop, and at the end of that, if need be, you have the counter extension. So they really have thought things through. Now, back in the bed area, this TV does pull out, so you can swivel it and see it from the dinette, but it is a 12-volt TV, so you're able to use this using your battery power, and we're going to go into that a little bit here, because the one thing different with this 2018 is the fact that we have two 100-watt solar panels on it. And you can see you have an inverter outlet here. So if you turn the inverter on and you're just boondocking, you're able to charge anything 110 using that. Now, the number one question I get on the solar panels is, how long will I be able to boondock? And that really, there's many variables. All depends on, how many lights you're using, how much stuff you have plugged into your 110, how powerful the sun is that day. So there's a lot of different variables to that. So I'm sure you'll start seeing on some of the blogs and some of the Facebook pages maybe more information on this. So here's your, back in the bed area, this is your AM FM CD stereo. It's also a DVD player. So you have a speaker here. You're going to have a speaker in the kitchen. And then there's a speaker up in the front, which I'll show you later as well. So that is, and it's also Bluetooth on that stereo. You're going to see you have blue lights on this side. So these are like, this could be little night lights, or they could be reading lights. If you push and hold the button, see it turns bright. Or, you just shut them off. Now, if you just tap it, that's when it comes blue. And then you also have another light. The light switch is over here by the stereo that gives you a little bit more lighting over by the bed. So that is the bed area. As you can see, now that cushion is what goes for the dinette in the event that you make it to a bed. This window does open in the back, and you do have, of course, the screen for that. And then you do have space underneath here to get to your storage. Now this storage is actually going to go to the outside, which I'll show you. And of course you do have your inverter here. That's the spare tire, so that would not be here. And you see that gray tube? That's actually, I'll show you when we get outside. That's going to be for your sewer hose storage. So that is the bed area. Just kind of give you a better view of the bed. As we come out this way, of course, you're going to have your refrigerator, which is 110 or 12 volt. And you do see you have a little freezer area. And then, of course, you're going to have storage down below. As you can see, nice storage drawer there. Then you have also your silverware drawer up on the top. Nice thing with the silverware drawer is the fact that your silverware tray can be pulled out, and then of course you have storage in underneath of that. And then of course you can see more storage here. This, I mean, has ample storage for such a small trailer. Up here by your sink, you're going to see you have some, opens up very wide. You see the wheel, and that wheel can be put out front, so that way there you can move this trailer around. If you're on, flat pavement, on stones, it might be a little more difficult. And notice how it has a locking latch for that. So that is your kitchen area, as you can see. You also have this power vent fan in the roof. Now the power vent fan, you have a switch here, and that can be used to either be pulling the air in or pulling it out. And what you're going to do is, if you're pulling it out, what you're going to do is you're going to have a door or a window open, and then of course all you do is pull the screen down, and then that'll solve that issue. Your light up front here, this light is pretty cool. So right now it's off, but you see the first time you push it, you're going to get a little blue light, as you can see. Next time comes a little brighter, and it has 3 brightnesses there. So that is that part. You can see your dinette booth up in the front. You can easily put 3 people there if you need to. So this coach can basically sleep 3 people. Your windows do have the blackout shades even there. Up in the front, I told you I'd tell you about another stereo speaker. There it is right there. Has your smoke detector, and you can see you have ample storage up above your dinette. So that is that. Now the other thing you have at the dinette booth, which is kind of cool, is the fact that you have your 110 and 12 volt plugs. That's your USB ports. And you have that same plug there back by the bed. A little cubby by the bed, and you're able to use it there. So let's take a look at the other storage you have, like for your clothing. So this would be for your clothing thing. So it's right next to the bathroom area here. You can see plenty of room. You've got the storage bins on the sides. And then of course, if you need to get to the water system, this gives you some access to where the water pump is and some of your lines to shut things off, hot and cold. Not a storage area, but it is a way for you to get to that. Now the bathroom, as you can see, you're going to have a nice mirror on the door. And of course the shower does come with a shower curtain. The shower curtain goes up along the ceiling there, you can see, and it comes all the way around. So there you're not getting any water on the door, on the walls or anything. That window does have a shade that covers it. Of course you have the toilet here. You have a nice toilet paper cover. And then of course the sink pulls down, as you can see there. And of course you have room on either side for toothbrushes. I mean, they really have thought this out. And then of course this just folds back up there. And of course the drain is in here. You see the Aldi system. Now you do have a 110 outlet in here, GFI protected. And then the lighting for inside there, you can see is there. And of course you have another light here, another LED light, very bright, as well as a power vent fan for the shower area, which was something that could be used. So let me just give you a little view of this again from this, sitting up in this area, what you'd be looking at. So this kind of gives you the idea of what you've got. Now, the door itself, you can see you have cubbies in the door, which is nice. You got a nice little storage drawer here. Put some, I don't know if you want to use it for little bags or whatever, and you have fire extinguisher. Now, the door itself also has, so if you want to leave the door open, but you know, it's a nice day, has a screen that comes across. So you're able to sit inside and just let the air flow on in. Let's go take a look on the outside. As I mentioned, this has two 100-watt solar panels on here. And I'm going to show those to you. So this is looking at the side. Now, one thing NuCamp does, which is very beneficial, is the fact that they use the Azdel composite panels. That is to eliminate the possibility of having any delamination. Delamination is when the fiberglass separates from the wood that it's stored to. Let's take a look under here. This is your little storage area. And as you see, of course, that box would be out of here. This is a little storage. You see your batteries back here. This is for putting down your stabilizers. And you do have a battery disconnect switch under here. So that's there. Let's take a look on the back side here. I'm going to show you where we have the, you can see the two 100-watt panels on the top there. Flushly mounted there. Nice big window. And then on the off-door side, this is where you're going to see your AC up in the front there. Of course, you're going to have your shower, black tank, rinse, sewer, everything here. So what you have here is, that's going to be your AC. Your black tank rinse. The nice thing about that is that when you have your sewer connection here and you pull the black tank, now you're able to run a hose right there and clean out the black tank without having to worry about that. Hey, Alex, could you open up that door for me real quick? So that's hot and cold water. That helps you to rinse off things. Now, of course, they do have the 15-inch tires. As I've mentioned, it's 3,500. 3,500 pound gross vehicle weight rating. This has a retail price MSRP of $36,500. Of course, right here you're going to be looking at, this is where your water connection is, or you fill your fresh water tank. This is your cable. Oh, let's see, I got a little assistance here with Alex. He's going to open up the door for me, showing you how that works there. The 751 key is a little bit tough to put in sometimes. While he does that, I'm going to take you back here and show you what you've got here. Thank you, Alex. So here's what you have inside this drawer here. This is your little space. This is where your water heater bypass is. This is where your drains are for your water tank, hot and cold. And then this is your control for the Aldi system. Now, if you're having an issue, if you're one of those having an issue with hot water, what you want to do is, the fix for that is to turn it all the way up, undo the set screw here, turn it past the stop and reset the set screw. That should alleviate that issue for anybody that may have been having that issue. Your Aldi system, this is where the exhaust is, and then you have this nice little area here where this is where you could put your sewer hose. So they've actually thought of that, because see, there's no bumper on the back here. So that makes it a nice little area for you to put your sewer hose. So this is where you have your water connection, or you fill up your fresh water tank. It's all right here. Now, some people on this cable here, it could be a cable connection, but some people are attaching antennas so that they're able to get some local channels. This is a 30 amp 110 cord here, your electrical cord. I've had some issues in the past with people plugging these things into 220. Remember that it is 110. You can alleviate that by getting yourself a nice surge protector by Progressive Industries. They're out of North Carolina. Lifetime warranty on it. So again, this is the Tab 400. You get them in different colors. Up in the front here, you can see you have your storage bin. For those of you that are familiar with the Tab 320, you would notice that you'd have your battery and propane in here. This just has the propane tank, but you do have access. If you wanted to put another battery, you can have them wire one up there. So hopefully you have found this video to be helpful. This is the 2018 Tab 400. Has a retail MSRP of $36,500. For any more information on this particular camper or any other one, please do remember to ask for Paul Chamberlain, the Air Force guy, when you call, when you email, or if you stop by. Thanks for watching, and we'll come back at you again shortly.